Thank God here. And I'm gonna do a new what if. Even though I've been doing this a lot, a lot. This idea just popped into me, so I just went with it. So this is what if Deku was raised by the Teen Titans. Basically adult version Teen Titans. Yeah. And Deku, he will not have a quirk. He's only gonna have power, which is basically yin and yang and sunshine. He won't have like the sin. He won't have the power, and he won't go over buff with it. You just be powerful as sunshine. Yeah, and his one is a lot more different. He can absorb the sun energy and store it in his body, and he will be powerful for the whole day, all night. Yeah. So yeah, let's get into this. No intro either. Just want to get into this and do X Ise what if or Goku Ise what if. Yeah. So let's start off this. We start off when Ingo had a child. The doctors, after Ingo gave birth to Izuku, they did some DNA tests, but they had like a twin baby first. They did some DNA tests and they found out something about this kid. This kid, he doesn't possess. He will not develop any form of quirk. He only has the natural power, and the power was like born with him. So they were like, "Yep, we gotta have this kid and do some experimenting on him." So when Ingo, she kind of found out, she kind of like was going to the bathroom and she overheard the conversation about something they're gonna do with Izuku. So she went over to that. Oh, she didn't want to go to the bathroom. She went and took up Izuku from that era, take care of babies, and she escaped from hospital. One doctor came to the baby section and looked to find an empty installment or whatever. I don't know what it is called. Not sure what it's called either. They came. She went back to like the rest of the doctors and told them that the baby is no longer there. Well, one specific reason they were planning to do this is because of they kind of like not kind of overhaul kind of found out about Izuku. That's why they kind of did that. Cause I would say overhaul he was working like in hospital. So I try to figure out some things. Yeah, that's why. So when they reported this to overhaul was like, get the kid, don't let him get away. That's exactly what they did. So yeah, Inko was like long gone. She munched land on a cruise ship, and I'm not sure where the area Teen Titans are. I would just say it's like in the United States of America, uh, somewhere in America. She went there, and the ship kind of like sunk on the way to Income. She must get out and swim to shore. Not really get to shore in time, but she saw this like T tower, so she swim over there, and she was able to like, knock on the door, and she must like get away. She leave Izuku there and she run away. She leave them at the door step, but she never got a chance to knock cause I'll say some boats were looking for her, so she had like run in the sea and swim away to shore and run away. Next morning, the Teen Titans wake up. I would say it was Robin. He came out to like do morning training. Yeah, this is like Teen Robin still. He's like in his 18. So he sees like Deku is like, huh, a baby. Wonder how did he get here? So he takes up Deku and he goes in the tower, the Titan's tower, and how say everyone else woke up besides some Beast Boy, because he is sleeping still. Alright, so before I keep going any further, Beast Boy is with Raven. I don't know one ship that, but still, Beast Boy is like with Raven. Starfire Robin is with Starfire, and Cyborg is with Trixie. Yeah. So yeah, so he takes Deku in, and Starfire comes up to him and hugs him, but sees like a basket, and he's like, I don't know what Starfire would call him, but I would just say she says Robbie Boo. I don't know what, so she just says Robbie Boo. What's in the basket? He says like it's like a baby, and each one is each one of the person that was inside in the team Teddy Tower were shocked to see that a baby was there. And he's like, how did the baby get here? He's like, to be honest, I don't know, but he was probably here the whole night. Keep in mind, Izuku is still asleep. So they're like, so that means like he passes the basket. Starfire is like, take care of him. I'll try at least find some data on this child. He does that, and he's like searching in. He's like doing his hacking skills or whatever. Cyborgs join in and helps him. And in matter of seconds, they found out a little information about him. He is born like it was like yesterday, 2 days ago, and the mother ran away with him, and she wasn't released. They found out the mother's name was Inka Midoriya, age 30, 40, I don't know, 20, I really don't know. And quirk, weak, and telekinesis, it's a weak version. Yeah, they found no information about Inka, but no information about Izuku. So they're like, huh, just kidding. Yes, we can adapt the skill. They said okay. So they went to the adoption center, and they were like wondering who should they adopt this child with? Tween. So like they all agreed that they would just make him a part of the family, but to each of every one of them. So that's what they did. They adopted him, and I don't know what his last name should be. So they say that he has Robin's last name, but he's like a family to all of them, or the son of all of them, the grandson or stepson, whatever. That's what they did, and yeah, he basically grows up in there. When he's like 4 years old, they took him to the quirk doctor, because they live in a world where everyone there has a quirk. Basically Robin's quirk is stealth. If you guys want to give a different one, then yeah, sure, knock yourself out. But for now, it's stealth. Yeah. So well, yeah. So they took him to the court doctor, and apparently the court doctor says, for one, this kid doesn't have a quirk. He doesn't have a quirk. So I don't know. So they're like, okay, thanks. They took up Izuku and they went away. Izuku, he doesn't like love All Might. He loves the Teen Titans. He knows who Teen Titans are, and he loves them the way how they fight and train. They are like a perfect team. Yeah, that's what he likes about them. Yeah, so he calls Beast Boy um Uncle Beastie, Auntie Raven, Uncle Cyborg, and probably Mother Starfire and Robin father, because Robin act like the father and Starfire more like Raven would be like act like the mother, but yeah, he knows that Starfire is dating Robin, so Starfire would be like the fun mother. Yeah, or the obvious mother, the obvious mother. So they decided since he doesn't have a quirk, it's best that they trade him still, because Izuku, he had like the strong will of being a hero. So they decided that we're gonna train him. So they gave him to Robin, and no, they gave him to Beast Boy first. They trained with each other. Izuku at the age he did like his push-ups, sit-ups, do's, physical exercising, and had sparring sessions with Beast Boy. Beast Boy transformed into multiple beast animals and attack him. And after Izuku like 7 years old, he was able to at least land a hit on Beast Boy, because when he's grown up, he never landed a single blow on him. Therefore, he will not be powerful than him, not yet at least. So one day, no, I'm not letting him learn that technique yet. So they gave him to Cyborg next for his sessions of training. And he trained Cyborg, and it helped him build up his IQ, make him more intelligent. Yeah, so yeah, he learned different how to build all his old mechanical things, so on, so on and so forth. And for like 1 year, they did that training still. And next, he's like 11 years old. He went to like Raven, and Raven teaches him about like demonism, demonic history, and so forth, and gives him stories, and often tries to spook him out. So one day, Deku, he's like reading a book of Raven, and he sees like this thing says I forgot what it says. Hold on. I forgot what it's called. It's I know something something. He basically repeats it, and all of a sudden a black thing appear on his hands. I know that's not how Raven's power works, but still, that's how his one work. He appears on his hand, and he can shoot out like a. It can shoot a beam, a black beam, and he is like surprised to see that this black beam comes out of his hand. So he runs to like Raven and tells Raven what happened. Raven is in shock because he never knew that Deku could use magic. So Robin is the only one with the quirk. The rest of them have their powers. Yeah, so Robin and the Teen Titans are the number 3 heroes behind Endeavor. Alright. they have more popularity than Endeavor. Yep. So in the world they're number three, but in America they're number one heroes. Yep, they're different agencies. They are the big number one heroes. So moving up again. Yep. So yeah, what we basically teach you about more magic abilities, and he kind of learns that he doesn't need to say the words Raven says. He doesn't need to follow what the book says. He can create his own magic. It's not really magic. This one's basically power. So he tried to use the darkness and create multiple things. He created spikes at first because that was like the easiest thing for him to make. And then he keeps on training with darkness, making these weapons more different, and he keep making different techniques. Then time skip again. Deku, he is 13 years old. He went to Starfire and he began his training, which he basically learns about his light side. Here, he trained with his light side with Starfire, and he learned how like shoot condense the light and put it in your eyes or whatever and shoot it out. So he basically trained with Starfire, and due to like most people train with all of them, yeah, he got more powerful, got strength increased, durability, and his IQ rises, and he has an IQ of 130. I think that's good enough. Scratch it. 195. That's good enough. What? Make him the second smartest man. Yeah. Yeah, Cyborg. Think Cyborg is smarter than Nezuo. I think. So he'll be like the third smartest man in the world. Yep. So yeah, he get like the darkness from Raven, like the hair color. Yeah, and plus color like this dark. Yeah, right, like you see like the white tips are here. I shouldn't really zoom in, like the white tips of his hair. Yeah, that's basically because of his yin and yang. Yin and yang. Yes, and yang, his yin and yang basically can become part of his emotions. He is happy in the form of happiness. Yeah, his light is like overwhelmed, and in the form of anger, sadness, then there's light. So he changed Starfire until he was 15. Then he went and tried Robin, which Robin training is like intense more because he learned how to use his body skills and need to learn how to like, keep up with sneaking. And he learned different techniques on Robin, which is like way more harder than the rest. Yes, he goes back and forth training each one of them. He takes a whole day training each and every one of them. Yes. So when he's like 650 now, he feels training with Robin, but he keeps doing the training back and forth. He goes to school still, yes. So some of their times of like be kind of pull off. So he does much of those trainings. So yeah, he has to wake up early in the morning to do his training. So he never met Bakugo since he was like in a different school. he met different people, and he didn't get bullied because he had a power and he was strong, fit, and he was popular. Girls wanted him. Girls wanted his vitamin D, and boys wanted to be him. They could add multiple villain attack. Yeah, and he learned things from that. And he fought some villains already. He has experience in fighting. Robin doesn't take him like on their type of fight, like fight against Deathstroke. Yeah, he doesn't take him on those type of fight. He takes him on like regular fight, and yeah, people quirk fight. Yeah, so you as a college, I know who I want the ship to be. So depends on how I feel the ship should be, then I will do that. So he's 50 now, and he keeps training with all of them until he was able to at least beat Beast Boy. Now all you have to do is beat Raven, which is a little bit harder. But yeah, he tried Robin and Cyborg, which he managed to beat Cyborg, and he beat Robin, but he has to beat them. He had to beat Beast Boy in strength. Yeah, so he's strengthening Beast Boy. Not in knowledge for Cyborg. His strength as well with Cyborg. Because he's the smartest man. So knowledge would be like, oh yeah, he would definitely lose in knowledge with Cyborg. Robin, yeah, he had beat Robin in hand-to-hand combat or fighting. Fist fight, kick fight, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, and he has more stamina than Robin. And he had like, he cannot take Starfire or Raven yet, because they have more experience with Dark and Light powers. Yeah, so that would take him more time. Well, not they did not like fight Deku at full power, because if they did, Deku would definitely lose. So I'm not saying Deku is power, but he is until he gets his sunshine. So we time skip when Deku is 17. He is in the sun, and Robin is like walking up to him, but once he's like walking up to Deku, he feels this immense heat all around him. So he had to put a suntan lotion, sunscreen, whatever. Yeah, he had to put that on, and he went out to that. Deku was like asking him, how could he take the heat? He's like, he looks over and says, I don't know. Just feel kind of relaxing. Deku's not an archangel. No, he's not. I was thinking maybe make Alma have like a daughter, and yeah, Deku will hook up with her. But I don't know. I don't know. No. So you guys get to pick who you want as Deku's ship. Also remember the deal I said. If you guys didn't listen to the last part of my last video, it's basically if I reach 400 subscribers in 2 weeks, I will do any what if you guys want. Any. Could be Naruto, could be Dragon Ball Z, it could be what if, it could be Deku what if. If I know like the anime, besides on Naruto, yeah, I will do Naruto what if still. But yeah, I need more time actually. I'm planning to when I reach 500 subscribers, I start Naruto what if I reach 400 subscribers, I will do Naruto what if. Really early. there was basically I make a deal with you all. If you guys can do it in 2 weeks, I don't know what if you guys want. But no gay ship. No. Yes, no gay ship for this one either. Now, let's continue. So, he said, come on in, we gotta finish our training. We'll break things up. Let it go. He then goes in. Everyone feel the heat. They're like, the sun? This boy says like, did the sun walk in through the door or something? Or like, everybody's like, how the place is so hot. Just before Deco walked in, the place was was cool. As Deco walked in, the place was like burning hot. So they thought they could like go in the shower. And once they turn on the once they could turn on the pipe, yeah, water start evaporating. As it touches his skin, yeah, it's evaporating. Yeah, so they decided they're gonna train Deco. But seems like he unlocked a second power. And yeah, it's hard as hell. So they train Deku during his power, and Deku will realize something more about this. The sun, he gets immense strength from it. Yeah, he feels like he's invincible. So he says that he's gonna try to stretch something. So he tries storing it in his body. Yeah, by then he's 17, he's smarter than Nezu. He has 250 IQ. That's good enough. And I think Cyborg has around 600 IQ. That's how much Cyborg has right now. Yeah. So he's So when he's like 17, it's like 10 months before UA opens. So yeah, he goes and applies for UA. He doesn't have to apply from high school. He must go to UA and apply. So he goes UA and apply. Yeah, and he goes back to the tower, which I would say he builds like, what should I say? His own car in develop with his car can turn into a watch, then it can turn into a plane, then a car, then a bike. Yeah, so it's basically a watch, but it can turn into several different vehicles. Yeah, so that's what he does at UA comeback. So eventually he knows that Inko, he knows that they're not the Europeans. He knows that they adopted him. So he asks multiple times who is his mother and father. They said they basically tell him the truth. They do not want to tell him a lie. So they told him the truth that they found him one day in front of their doorstep. So they just took him in. So they said, did you guys did that in research to find who's his mom? They say that yeah, I did. Your mom is Inko Midoriya. So that can give you hope to like find his mom one day. Now, then was a training. Robbie decides that he's gonna send him somewhere. Send him away for like a couple of days. So he contacts his father, which I want to say is Batman or Bruce Wayne. So he contacts him and he's like, "What do you need, Robin?" He's like, "For for like my adopted son." He's like, "You have an adopted son, and you didn't tell me?" Because Batman, yeah, once he's not like on his job, like being a hero, then yeah, he's a good father. Yeah. So he's like saying, you adopted a son and you didn't tell me. Which like Robbie's like saying, sorry, I didn't tell you. It's like, well, alright, what do you do? It says, could you like make Superman train Izuku? It's like, mm, do you know people that work who don't basically train? And he's like, well, he doesn't have a quirk. He has powers similar to us. It's like, is he by any chance mutated or an alien? He's like, no, that seems like that. He's like, well then, yeah, I will try find from Superman. If he has a free schedule, which Superman says yes, and he says that you come for your son tomorrow. By the way, what his name is? Izuku. Izuku Wayne? I'm not sure. But still, as I said, it's his son. Start up his son. I started saying his name, so it's Izuku Wayne. Yeah. So he went off. The next day, DK Superman came for him and they went out into space. Yes, and Superman came near the sun, not near the sun, into his spaceship. Well, surprisingly, he could breathe out there. Surprisingly. So Superman, yeah, they took him like the spaceship, the training room is, and they train him. And Izuku's like, the ship's like almost near the sun, but it's a good distance. But you can still feel the heat. But not its heat is like that hot. Not that hot. You won't feel that hot, but it is hot still. So he's like saying he's like getting energy off the sun. And so when he realizes like this kid can absorb some of the sun's energy. So she tells Deku want to store some sun energy, imagine. Which Izuku he tries it and he couldn't manage a lot of it. He could only manage a small portion of it. So basically someone basically teaches him I teach him but train him more and how to control his sun energy and how to reserve it and so forth so on. Now he's in space on Earth is 1 year and it's 10 months and 10 months in space. So he comes down to Earth back and he goes, yeah, he learns how to fly using the sun's energy. So he goes to UA. He didn't went to the teachers yet. He just went to the UA, and he did it. Step on rock or something like that. Instead, he flew in the school and he lands, which Ida sees him and is like runs up to him and says, you know, using your quirk in public is illegal and you mustn't use your quirk in public. And Deku says that I was gonna be late and you're staying with me, going with me where we should be going to do the real exam. I was like, well, should we going to the exam? It's like, well, I guess you're right then. So Ida leaves him alone and they went in and President Mike he steps in. Yeah, here they are assigned to the areas they're supposed to go to. Which Deku he sits beside Bakugo and his two goons. Because they decided that they're gonna try apply for UA. You know, with two useless quirks. Really truly, I wonder if Deku is quirkless and they have some of the most useless quirk. Just might be perfectly quirkless because if you never really looked into it, you will see a kid whose head looks like a pencil. It could be used as a pencil. Yeah, his head looks like board. One child has a neck that is like zigzaggy. Yes, there are multiple students in Deco's middle school that looks weaker than him. All this nigga do was train. And he could never be bullied. Now, yeah, I'm done with that. So, Deku, he sits beside him like back buttons, you know what I'm saying? Or extra. Why sit here? It's like, I'm assigned here. Why do you ask? It's like, you have mouth for 4 weeks, and we let the two goons laugh and say, isn't your two one of those are weak as well? It's like, there are two of us two goons turns and say, hey, we ain't weak, we're strong. We're strongest in our middle school. It's like, that's middle school. Now you guys are now you don't know your limit. You don't know no strength in you. For all I could know, I could be stronger than you. Hushbuckle, he gets pissed off by this and throws a punch, which Deku uses his black energy and wanna create a barrier around him. Which the barrier it's invisible. No, he uses light barrier. Yeah, so that's basically invisible. He hits his only he thinks that the Muggle is three punches, it's only here like a solid hit. I think something like this would do. Yeah, that's basically what you hear. If you can hear that, and then yeah, if you did hear that is, if you didn't, I ain't doing that again. It hurts. God damn, that hurt. No. Yo, they were like gonna catch you know that. Then Prison Max walks in. He's like, alright, wait, two kids up there, why you fighting? He's like, ish, Deku says, this kid, he tried fighting first. Why didn't he fight him? Well, basically blocked him off. Well, like Prison Max said, well, don't use your quirk. Now, let me get an explanation. He explains. He didn't do the test first. They did the explanation first. I don't want the explanation first. He just does his crap, and he didn't say nothing about Deku, cause Deku's like he's paying attention. So he thinks. Deku has his AirPods in his ears and listening while just looking. Not listening to a word person says. I was planning to like give him the emo side for like from Raven. But no, I ain't gonna do that. He has like I don't know what to say. He has his like this personality when he's happy, go friendly. Hold on. Alright, let's continue. So they did the exam, which Deku he aces it. Complete up. 1 minute, he aces it. And he just gets up, went down past the paper to the mic. Hold on. Alright, what guys? Now for the continue part of it. Let's continue for some time. Alright. So they did the test and yeah, they did the test and yeah, the guy finishes in 1 minute. Everyone was wondering, was he so stupid that he just gave up immediately? So one of the schools just shouts out, maybe Wonder why he's down there so quick. Maybe he's so stupid that he gave up immediately. And everyone there burst out laughter, except for like President Mike. So President Mike, he looks at the papers like he just started scrolling around. Papers like scrolling. It's like everything's right. Everyone they just shut up. They're like, what? Everything's right. Then Nezu he hears like he comes. It's like he's like checking up, seeing what's going on, and he comes to see that our student already is like standing there in front of him and there's like search the paper. It's like, oh, President Mike, what is the is there an issue? It's like the student already finished the test. It's like, huh, kid, what's your quirk? It's like, hmm, I have yin and yin and sunshine. It's like yin and yang and sunshine. I have never heard of those quirks before. But still, a quirk is a quirk and it could be new generation. So let me see the paper. He passes the paper down to Nezu, and Nezu is like searching through. He's like, huh, huh. You even correct some of the questions that you correct the questions I asked him where I put wrong. Well, the wrong answers to. It's like everyone they're like, what? It's like, oh, I forgot to say. Some of the questions there are I basically put it wrongly, so I want to test how smart you are. Turns out this kid is already finished it, and it's he gets everything right. If you guys hear that, it's my sister. For some, she's doing her business. So that's often so you guys to know. So it's a Izuku walks out of the class and he goes to the entrance area. Yeah, Nezu he had told him where, and yeah, he went up to that area to watch. Well, like rest of the teachers who finished like 1 hour after everyone finished, Reku is like listening to music and playing around with light, dark, and sun. Yes, he figured out cruel sun. Oh, one more thing I forgot to say about his son. You see, his son, he can heal him, and he doesn't need only he doesn't only can use the yellow sun. He can use any color sun, as long as it's like, as long as the sun is there, a type of sun is there. Yeah, he can use any sun. Also, his son can heal him, basically regenerate him. So pump a hole in him, and it's daylight, or he has lots of sunshine in his body stored up. Then yeah, he can heal. But if he doesn't have enough, it will heal, but you need someone else to come and heal him. Yeah, that's kind of these are the OP. But I have to make someone stronger than him, or as strong as him, to keep up the fight. I don't know. Yeah, at this point, Deku is already stronger than all of the Teen Titans already. At this point, and yeah, he got more IQ due to like he's been around. Batman. So he got more IQ. His IQ is around 302. 302. Yeah. So 1 hour later, everyone comes out, and he's already standing in front. Or like he approaches you, and it's like he says, "Are you asleep? Are you asleep?" Are you taking? And Deku wakes up and say, "What is it?" He said, "Are you taking this exam seriously?" He said, "You came over here for no reason apparently. You just came over here for this reason. To come over here, ask me, do I take this exam seriously? Yes, I take this exam seriously. What am I supposed to do with only 1 hour?" Yes, basically he raises his voice at Ida because Ida's kind of pissing him off, saying that what am I supposed to do with 1 hour to do what I'm gonna do? Huh? Go around blowing up planets or something? It's either he doesn't know what to say to that. So he's like, calm down. I'm sorry. So he leaves them alone. The everyone came piled up to the gate. Deku just goes and stands up in the sun. And Preserve says 1, 2, 3, and the gate kinda cracked but enough to where someone can see but you cannot go through. So Deku he flies over it and just start flying full speed and destroy robots. As I said, he can use sun and yeah he can fly. Use the sun energy and fly. More like the heat wave and fly. Yeah. So that's what he does and he begins to racking up points rapidly. So he flies up and flies at the ending point and he just puts up one finger in the air and says, and everyone they stop and look up and he just heard cruel son and he just throws on his finger and they're like a lot of 3 pointers, 2 pointers, 1 pointers. They're like I don't know 43 pointers, 43 pointers, 2 points and 41 pointers. He just throws it all down on all of them. Which he could actually go down there and punch all of them, but just use screw son, I'll just blow them up. And he just says, if I were you all, I will evacuate this whole area. Whichever one they run away, and he just says, he turns around and says, hey Teach, do you have a second arena? And they're like, yes. Say, well, if I were you, I'll send these ones over there. It's like, what do you mean? Well, like he's so it's like he just says light beam. Yeah, no one's in the arena right. The other one run out. They don't know why they just decided. They just said danger. So yeah, they all run back and they could just let down a big light. Yes, he has trained that much so he can summon like a big ass light can take out the whole city. Yeah, the light, yeah, it took out every pointer. 0 pointer, yeah, that died. That left like a hole that was like double the size of the 0 pointer in the ground. 3 times it actually. That big. Deep, man. Deep. Yeah. So everyone is like speechless. Almond is like his mouth is jammed open. It's like, damn, this kid's powerful. Maybe this kid can become my successor. Maybe. Yeah, what the hell gonna be this? It's just like it's not gonna be successful. After the exam, everyone they did their separate exam because they could walk with them, and yeah, they all went and did a second exam. So who passed, who didn't. Yeah, and at the end of it, I might have someone say, young boy, may I speak to you? Which Deku looks at him and said, oh, alright. And he's like, alright. He's kind of surprised by the tone. He's like, oh, okay then, come. I would like to discuss something with you. Deku he follows All Might, and All Might says, well, what is your name by chance, kid? He said, my name is Izuku Wayne. He doesn't know Robin's last name. He doesn't know Robin's real name either. He just say he doesn't know anything about Robin. He just knows that there's a hero by the name of Robin. He does know nothing. There is no information about him. So he says, "My name is Izuku Wayne." He said, "Ah, young Wayne, I would like for you to inherit my quirk." Deku was like, "Nope, I don't wanna." He said, "Wait, what do you mean you don't want it?" "I don't want to inherit. I do not want to inherit the quirk. There might be a way that your quirk can be passed on, yes, but for some reason I don't trust your quirk. So no." So he leaves. Oh my god, speechless. It's like, damn. Well, he kind of insulted one for all, but something is like saying is kind of true. Well, personally, personally, I think one fall is a curse. If you don't really look at it, All For One goes and kill every One For All user there was actually, and he wants to kill everyone that has it, and All For One will ruin your life just because you're One For All. Maybe if you have a similar quirk to it now, it wouldn't be so bad. It wouldn't be so bad. But if you have One For All, yeah, All For One is like coming after you, ruin your life. Yeah, so yeah, Deku he just just One For All, and Alma he kind of like thinks about it. It's like, what these things are? Why would he say my quirk is that? Oh, because Deku he kind of did some researches and found out about One For All. Some way, somehow, he found about One For All. Well, Nezuko he could find nothing about One For All, but he managed to find out some things about One For All, and he knows that One For All could be passed down. So he's like, yeah, it's a good thing I didn't take that. Now, guys, I'm gonna leave that here. When we start is school entrance exam. Not school entrance exam. Start off your way. So hope you guys like this video, subscribe, and remember the deed that I made. Yes. Alright. Peace.